have had the chance to become friends with some 7, multi-7 and even 8-figure a year entrepreneurs. So in this video, I'm going to share with you these 3 key traits that most successful people have. It is fascinating how literally every single person has the same amount of hours in each day, yet we end up in such different life situations over time. How you spend this precious resource called time is going to dictate where you end up in life, where you can live, what car you can drive, what foods you can consume, where you can take your family for vacation, and in general, how well you can take care of them. There is no doubt that successful people don't become that way overnight, and they also don't become successful accidentally. It is done all on purpose by developing a certain set of character traits and also beliefs which result in that successful outcome. Now, I have had the chance to become friends with some 7, multi-7 and even 8-figure a year entrepreneurs, and I have identified some pretty key differences between how they think and how the common folk thinks. So in this video, I'm going to share with you these 3 key traits that most successful people have. Number 1, a higher sense of urgency. Look, most of us live our everyday lives like we are going to be here forever on this floating rock. And that couldn't be further from the truth. We all have a limited amount of time on Earth, and we don't know exactly how much time that is. You could die at 30, you could die at 50, maybe if you're lucky you will live to 70 or 80 or even 90, but you don't know how much time you have left. And you have very limited amount of time. If you think about it, probably the last year felt like it was just a few months long. So you need to be able to act with urgency and realize that your time is limited. All of my most successful friends think about the fact that they are going to die way more often than the average person does. And this allows them to make sure that they are acting with micro urgency but macro patience. What that means is on the day-to-day, they are very impatient. They are trying to get everything done as soon as possible and move things from A to B. Yet, in the grand scheme of things, they do understand that things take time and that if they are doing the right actions every single day and they are stacking their small wins, they will eventually get to that big goal. Trait number 2, loving the game itself. When most people first get their initial sense of success, maybe they have their first $5,000, $10,000 or even $20,000 month, they will buy some nice toys, they will go for a nice vacation, and they will settle there for pretty much their rest of their life because their basic needs that they got into the game for initially were met. They got what they wanted and they are going to stop right there. However, there are a select few who will keep playing the game of business simply for the sake of playing it and enjoying the competition. These are the most dangerous people because they are no longer working just to make some money so they can buy the next watch, the next vacation, or the next car. They are actually working because they enjoy it and they enjoy competing against other people. They are focused with their time and their effort, and they are not distracted by all the BS lifestyle stuff. Sure, they might enjoy driving a Lamborghini as well, or they might enjoy going on a nice vacation here and there, but that is not the main focus that they have. Their main focus is just growing in their business and dominating their industry, and those things and the money and the nice things that you can buy with money, they're just a byproduct of what they love anyways. Trait number 3, they trust mentors who are ahead of them. Look, the truth is that most people simply have a huge ego. In fact, there are so many broke people who think that they know better than everybody, and they basically just say that the world is unfair and that's why they are still not successful. If you are not where you want to be yet in one area of your life, and you know people or you find people who have already achieved what you want to do, you need to trust their advice and you need to seek it out. The worst thing that you can do is have a big ego and think that you already know everything that you need to know, because look, everything that you know up until this point is what got you into the current situation where you are right now. It might be a good situation, but if you want to go even further, you need to put the ego aside, search for people who are ahead of you, and then actually seek out their advice and follow it. Just blindly trust what they tell you to do, and most of the time it's going to work out just fine. So, just to summarize everything, you want to develop a higher sense of urgency. And basically the best way to think about this, in my opinion, is instead of saying, okay, I will do it by the end of this week, just make your new standard, I will do it by the end of today, or I will do it by the end of this hour. So most people, when they get a task, when they get an email, or they know that they should do something, they will say, okay, I will do it this month, I will do it this week, but they never say, all right, I will get it done in the next hour. And the shorter that you can make this time delay between having a task to do and you actually completing it, and obviously if it's the most important thing that you need to do right now, the shorter you can get that time delay, while the more successful you will be. Number 2, learn to love the game. Don't play it just to get the fancy things, the rewards, because then as soon as you get your first piece of that, then you are going to stop progressing and you will actually lose that thing that you got because you stopped doing what got you that thing in the first place. Number 3, trust people who are ahead of you. Seek out people who have done exactly what you want to do and ask for their advice. And if they are credible, if they have a good track record, simply just follow it and trust that it will work out for you as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content similar to this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification.